Okay, we're gonna start this recording off today. Welcome, everybody. Yeah, I don't even know how to even get started with this whole thing. Like, I'm totally excited. I've done some research, a backdrop on some of the characters coming out. You hear the whispers. I've been working all day, put a full 10-hour shift in, and I've been trying not to absorb any of the patch notes, any of the gameplay. I've tried so hard. I listened to YouTube, and I had to change the channels and what I was doing on today because I couldn't avoid it. So right now I'm gonna watch Guan Guan and the Rivals update. I haven't seen the trailer. I kind of did some research. I think I watched Hulk Smash Agents to even know who Dino is. I didn't even know who this character was. I'm not gonna lie. I had no clue who this was. I was kind of pissed. And then I saw a concept of what the character could be, El Diablo Dino or something, with his crazy arms, and I think he has a rocket in the cartoon and a bunch of stuff. So yeah, it was a little bit interesting at first to see how that was playing out, but then I kind of said, okay, I'm not gonna touch it. I'm not gonna touch it. So first time, first watch, I had to get a quick reaction to it. Everybody's doing it. First off, this is I'll put my name in the description. Brandon King, Wallace Sanchez, in the Marvel Rivals community. I'm gonna have to edit this. This is why I'm not going live. I'm so excited. Yeah, so I'm just gonna rock and roll with this. I don't really have, like, this is weird. Like, I talk all the time at work, and if anyone ever met me, they would tell you this guy talks a lot. When I sit down to talk in front of people, in front of the mic on the camera, I just can't seem to think. I teach and I speak for an occupation, but to do it when I know no one's here, and I feel kind of weird. If there was 300 people here and there was microphones and a class, I'd feel completely comfortable. But just sitting in a room, knowing full well that no one's here. Hopefully one day there'll be people here and we'll be interacting. But right now, I'm sitting in a space staring at a bunch of mics and computers and cameras, and I feel weird. But that doesn't take away from the fact that I'm super excited to see this character, because I've been waiting for tanks to get some love, and I don't really care if it was Daffy Duck as a tank at this point. I hope the Insta-lock tanks, I hope everybody uses all their resources to take this guy out, and tanks get to tank for a little bit. This is what I think from what I see. Guan Guan's been my guy for a little bit. I think I'm starting to understand Guan Guan, like a cousin that you kind of think you might kind of know. But yeah, so this is the first run on the Guan Guan Marvel Rival release. Haven't watched it yet, so let's see what it does. This is completely brand new. Let's go, Guan Guan. What do you got for us?
Hello everyone,
Hi,
Guan
Guan Guan.
here. It's great to be back with you all.
A new hero and a new map.
Welcome to Season 8 of Marvel Rivals.
We made
After
it.
Kingpin delivered
We made
the
it.
tablet, the Gilded Saint kept his word and wiped out the time plague in Lower Manhattan.
Okay.
However, the Root of the Lord, Alchemist's headquarters, was shielded by a mysterious red colonium and survived the purge. And the energy source powering the crimson colonium, a pair of eyes that act as portals to a dimension of pure, and this concussive force. Meanwhile, a distress call has reached the Monster Kingdom. Devil Dinosaur has learned that his best friend, Moon Girl, is being held captive under the strict control of Alchemax.
Okay.
Can the leader of the X-Men finally be returned to the embrace of his mutant brethren? And can Devil Dinosaur, having just escaped the Collector's Museum, save his dearest friend from the clutches of Alchemax?
Who's Alchemax?
Get ready for a Dynamite
Oh, no.
Season 8. Devil Dinosaur is officially sinking his teeth into Marvel
Let's go
Rivals.
as a Vanguard. Let's
As
do
a
it.
Vanguard, Devil Dinosaur brings raw, primal
Yeah.
power to the
Let's
roster.
go. Whooping
Always
ass.
ready to tear
Let's
the
go.
opposition to shreds. In combat, he relies on his massive physique and a force-field shield to brawl on the front line, using his primal bites to inflict a continuous bleeding effect on targets. When smashing through enemy defenses, he ramps up the aggression.
I'm gonna pause this right here.
Devil
I
has
feel
read
like
his post-play.
I feel like a lot of the people have been complaining about the lack of tanks and the solo tanking, and I'm sure everybody watches roughly the same content. All the creators saying that, shield tank versus poke tank, and this character right here, as a person who I main Penny, but I have to obviously switch to Magneto, and I learned Strange for TP, and I've ended up being a flex player. So when I start to understand and I study the game, like, I'm a numbers nerd, so I'm trying to learn the game from the old school, because you got to remember, the gamer dad, I've been playing video games for what, since 1990ish, maybe before. Like, I could start. I should go back and try to figure out the math on how long I've actually been playing games, but it started with Commodore 64, Blood and Guts. So you do the math on that. But anyways, they're going to put a tank here with a heavy, heavy, heavy front line, and they're going to make them get resources, and they're bringing it so tanks are back in the game. And I think they have a roster of players that they have in development, and the devs, from what I've seen, have been taking so much information and really reacting to the community that they kind of probably switch players' releases based on what the community is giving. They probably have a nice little rollout. I'm super impressed. I just had to say that because I'm feeling like this tank situation as a main tank, man. Like, I even with Penny, like, people know Penny's not a main tank. They just let me solo tank. Whew. It's rough sometimes, but Guan, man, just when I thought you didn't listen to nobody. Okay, go ahead, Guan.
And temporarily camp his massive jaws around bleeding enemies, taking them out of the fight with a controlling hold. Upon activating his ultimate, Devil Dinosaur transforms into an unstoppable behemoth. He charges forward, mercilessly trampling all enemies in his path, completely shattering enemy backlines to lead your team to victory. As the saying goes, every kid goes through a dinosaur phase.
Yep.
And we hope your childhood dreams will come true right here in Marvel Rivals. Our all-new Doom Match map, Alchemax Headquarters, will be available after the May 28th
That's a special day. That's a special day. Y'all figure it out when you get to know me.
Get ready to storm the gates and rescue Cyclops and Moon Girl. We've prepared a new batch of adorable accessories for Devil Dinosaur, The Thing, Black Widow, Angela, Hela, Namor, and the Punisher. This will be released alongside the Season 8 update.
They have all kinds of shit.
In Season 8, verified college students will get access to a new location of 10 costumes and MVPs. We welcome all college students to verify their university email to unlock these exclusive benefits.
That's not fair. What about the old folks? Guan, we're going to talk about the senior citizens
Finally,
I play.
a quick tech update. We've optimized the PC client by separating the high-resolution texture pack into its own standalone DLC. It will still download by default when you install the game, but if you are running a bit low on disk space, you can now choose to uninstall this HD pack separately. Doing so will free up around 35 GB of storage. If you typically play at 1080p or 1440p resolutions, or if you keep your texture quality set to low, we definitely recommend giving this a try. You will save a massive amount of space with practically zero impact on your actual visual experience.
Okay.
Next up,
they're doing
I will
everything.
hand it over to Zhiyo to bring you all the intel on Season 8's team-up ability adjustments and balance changes.
I'll see you later, my dude.
Hey Rebels, it's
What
Zhiyo.
up, dog?
I'm here to introduce the upcoming changes to our team-up abilities and overall balance adjustments.
Let me get one more pause. I'm just gonna say this. I was just saying how I feel embarrassed about talking to a camera. These guys learn this language, and they're sitting in front of a camera doing it. If they can do it, I can do it. Go ahead on with it.
Devil Dinosaur is the anchor here. The Punisher can request to mount up, By accepting the
Punisher?
interaction prompt,
What?
Devil Dinosaur will let Frank ride on his
Oh,
back.
shit.
While riding, the
That's
Punisher
gonna
can
be-
only use his normal attacks and his short grenade. All other abilities are temporarily disabled. In exchange, during the ride, the Punisher receives some damage reduction and a percentage of all damage taken, and healing received is shared directly with Devil Dinosaur.
Oh shit, she's sure healing. That's crazy. The Punisher
In the
and-
upcoming Season 8, the arrival of Devil Dinosaur is going to significantly shake up the battlefield.
Hell yes, I
When
can see.
Vanguards clash on the front line, there will be far more opportunities to initiate attacks
Ah,
and
man.
break through enemy formations. To prepare for this evolving combat environment,
This is
we've made
crazy.
adjustments across all roles for Season 8.
Let's go out here. Let's go.
For our Vanguards, we are further elevating the frontline combat capabilities of Emma Frost. Her telepathic pulse will now decay more slowly after reaching full energy. The cooldown for reprojecting Mind's Aegis is reduced, and her diamond form will offer an even higher percentage of damage reduction. These changes are designed to provide Emma with far more flexible combat choices. Simultaneously, we are giving the Thing a slight maximum
It's
health
the-
bump, ensuring that he can consistently apply
Tanks.
pressure against enemy vanguards through
Tanks.
sheer force with his Stone Haymaker. We've also been closely monitoring Vanguard Deadpool's rather dominant performance across rank and pro play. To balance his competitive reign, we will be slightly nerfing the damage output
Boom.
of Vanguard Deadpool's gun form.
He's crazy for her. I don't play him.
Looking
He's
at
crazy.
Season 7.5, we observe that the performance of theorists has been relatively balanced across the board. However, as the meta shifts, we are making targeted adjustments to several theorists to ensure they remain
Daredevil.
competitive. Iron Fist will receive a much smoother combat experience.
What?
Striking enemies with Dragon Dew will now reduce the cooldown of Dragon's defense by an even greater amount. Meanwhile, Mr. Fantastic's soft crowd control capabilities against enemies will be slightly turned down, but in exchange, he will receive stronger overall damage and defensive capabilities.
So he's almost like another tank.
In the new season, Mr. Fantastic will be able to weave freely between the front, mid, and back lines of his team, providing help and protection to whichever teammates need it most. Beyond these two, heroes like Star-Lord, Wolverine, Squirrel, Moon Knight, and Spider-Man will all receive varying degrees of buffs.
What? Moon Knight doesn't need a buff. Golly. Damn.
Following our recent ultimate ability energy adjustments, both double strategies and triple strategies lineup have carved out their own unique tactical niches. However, relying on the strong baseline support capabilities of strategies, triple strategies comp still boast a very high margin for error and incredible utility. To address this, we will be slightly turning down the baseline support capabilities of several strategists. In Season 8, we will slightly nerf Invisible Woman's crowd control abilities. For Mantis, we are adjusting the buffs she grants to her allies, slightly lowering her damage boosting capabilities by adding a new baseline movement speed buff. In addition to these changes, the ultimate
Just
abilities
making
of
faces.
heroes like Rocket Raccoon and White Fox will also be buffed, ensuring they don't fall behind when exchanging ultimates in team fights. This isn't everything. For the full details of our balance adjustments, please keep an eye out for our upcoming balance patch notes.
I'm gonna have to look
The
at that.
hero
and then
pick
read that.
raise
I'm
and
gonna
win
start
raise
doing that
for
with y'all.
Season
Is that okay?
7.5
You
will
gonna come with
also
me
be
for this?
released very soon. Additionally,
Okay.
we are actively monitoring the community's feedback and discussions. Some issues do take a little time to properly address, so please keep an eye on our official channels. As soon
Okay.
as we have the right solutions in place,
Okay. Okay.
Few
Okay, so that's that. We'll leave it at that.